Hello everybody, welcome to our market report. My name is Christian Charlo. Today we're Friday, January 11. Today folks, we're going to talk about the volume unbalance because there's some stocks where we see that there's some movement in the volume unbalance, and the volume unbalance allow us to detect if there's some more buying pressure into that stock, because that's what the volume unbalance is. It's a buying, it measures the buying or the selling pressure on a stock, and what it does, it adds volume on up days and subtract volumes on down days. So the thing is, we can use the volume unbalance usually, for instance, let's say that a stock is within a neutral formation and we see that the volume unbalance is starting to get up. Well, that's a sign that, you know what, on the up days when the stock is within that neutral formation, the buyers, when they're getting in, there's more volume on that. So I think that if ever the stock is breaking that side of formation, well, then there's going to be more buyers coming in, so the stock has more potential to continue to go up. And that's what we're going to detect today. I'm going to show you a list of some stocks where they are in a neutral formation and the volume imbalance is starting to get up. But before, I'm going to show you how the volume imbalance allow us to find some stocks that actually were in a neutral formation and it worked. For instance, Greenbrier Companies. The stock was within a sideways formation, and you see here within that neutral formation the volume imbalance was starting to get up. So that was a sign that within that neutral formation there was starting to be more buyers there. And finally, we got a big rebound when we broke that resistance. So on Greenbrier Companies, it paid off. NetEase, totally neutral after the big drop. Volume imbalance was starting to get higher within that neutral formation. Finally, it made a big rebound. So it paid off today. So today, what are the stocks that are in a nice neutral formation and where we see some move in the volume imbalance? There's Mela Sciences. There's some upward momentum in the volume imbalance. Look at that. It's starting to get up, but Mela Sciences is just staying there, totally flat within its sideways formation. So Mela Sciences is worth to watch. Of course, you're not going to buy that stock now. It's a risky bet. I'm sure you will be better if you get it when it gets out of its resistance, which will be at around $198 $2 for Mela Sciences. BNK Petroleum, totally neutral, but look at how the volume imbalance is reacting. You see, it's actually getting really high. So I think BNK Petroleum, if ever we have a clear break of that resistance at around 60 cents, I'm sure it's going to be a good opportunity to get in on BNK Petroleum. There's also Free Seas. Yes, it's neutral, but look at the volume imbalance, how it's increasing. I'm not counting this one here because, yes, it went up just like the stock went up here on the breakout, but now it's neutral, but the volume imbalance continues to surge. So I think this is another stock to watch. There's also HealthNet. Look at HealthNet. Totally neutral, but the volume imbalance are starting to get higher here. It's breaking actually that triangle formation. So you see that on HealthNet, there's something going on there. So I'm sure that on the break of that resistance at 26.80, that will be a good opportunity. That will be a good opportunity for a buy based on the volume imbalance. There's also Jefferies Group, totally neutral, but look at how the volume imbalance is reacting, actually getting out of that triangle formation. So Jefferies Group is another stock worth to watch. There's also Federal Realty Investment, totally neutral, but the volume imbalance is starting to be some movement there. So that's a stock where we're starting to see some buyer's momentum there on that stock. So the stock goes from Mela Sciences, BNK Petroleum, Free Seas, HealthNet, Jefferies Group, and Federal Realty Investment. Those stocks should be put on your watch list because even if they're neutral, the volume imbalance is showing us that there's some buyer's momentum. So next week is going to be a pretty busy week in terms of earnings, in terms of indicators. So I think that if the earnings season is good, continues to be good, just like the big cap did this week, and if ever we have good economic indicators, I think those stocks might give a good opportunity for a buy. So next week, we'll make a follow-up on those stocks to see which one of them actually worked, but they should be put on your watch list. So here's the list here, going from Mela Sciences to Federal Realty. You should put them on your watch list because the volume imbalance is increasing. That said, see you next week on our market report. My name is Christian Charlo, and I wish you a good weekend. To learn more about us, go to decisionplus.com on the section free trial, try marketguru.tv.